Hello, everybody. Brian Lee here with AHA Real Estate Exam Prep. Welcome to our wonderful webinars that hopefully you are liking and subscribing to and enjoying, learning some things to help you pass that state exam. I know it's tough. I know there's a lot of things to get into. I know that there's many of you that are students of mine. And obviously, if you're a student of mine, you've learned like a ton of great stuff from one of the best in the business. I mean, I'm just saying that's what I've heard from all of you. And you know that Sarah's out there saying the same thing about me. But anyway, the point is that I know that not all of you are students of mine. So hopefully you had a good experience with who you went through. If you didn't, I'm sorry that you didn't choose me, but now you know that I'm out there. So happy to help you and happy to provide these things to maybe help provide some clarity to you and help you get through that exam. So I very much enjoy this subject, this topic. It's all that I do now. And I just love teaching. Maybe I just like being on camera. Maybe I have an addiction there, but regardless of that, it's irrelevant. Just want to say thank you for subscribing and watching this stuff. So today we're going to be talking about types of deeds. So you'll see this a lot. And in this conversation, there's a couple of things to pay attention to. One of them primarily is that these deeds, as I've mentioned before, are not things that we create. They're not things that as agents we have to worry about. So on the testing, we're not seeing a lot of in-depth stuff with this because we ultimately would refer to people to legal counsel, to an attorney to work through some of this. The second thing is that because we're not attorneys, is that we're not required to know all the details. So it's important for us to recognize a couple of things like we're going to cover here in a minute, just so that you have the brief understanding of it. But as far as the in-depth dive on these things, it's just not in our capacity or expectation. It's more just, do you have a general understanding of what's happening with these? And when you have a client, you have a buyer that's receiving a property and receiving a type of deed, that you have a general idea of what's happening here. Again, you're not doing the deep dive. You're not providing the legal counsel on what type of deed or what can happen here. But at the end of the day, you're going to be the one that people ask. They're going to say, hey, I see that you're giving me a special warranty deed. What's that mean? And if your answer is, I don't know, then your client may not have as much faith in you. So anyway, getting into this, there are three primary types of deeds that you need to worry yourself about with regard to testing for or passing the state exam. So there are all different types of deeds that exist out there. And I mean, I just say there's a number, I don't know of it, but you know, there's three primary ones. There's probably about half a dozen other ones that are generic. And then even in each state has their own forms and different types of deeds, depending on the situation, whether it's a business that's transferring it. There's upon death deed. If somebody passes away, there's a deed for that. There's deeds that transfer into trust and out of trust. So there's dozens of different types of deeds. And so, again, we don't get into a deep dive on any of them, but we do talk about the three primary ones that you'll find generally on any national exam that you'll take. So the first one, the primary one that we get into is what's called the general warranty deed. And so the general warranty deed is considered by all parties, including attorneys, title people, and anybody that would be in the know, as the absolute best deed that a grantor, that is the seller or the owner of the property, can convey or use to convey to the person that's receiving this, the grantee. So the general warranty deed is the absolute best, the most protective deed of anyone that we would use. So this is probably the most common deed that we would use in most transactions. And so that's an important thing to remember, is that the general warranty deed by definition is the highest, the best deed. It's not to say that it covers everything. It's not a perfect deed, but it is the best that can happen, especially in any kind of a real estate transfer transaction. The general warranty deed includes 5 different covenants, and you might want to know these. In fact, there's a question I'm going to bring up here in a moment that you'll want to know these. So there's not an easy way to keep these straight, but here's the list. The first one is the covenant of seisin. And seisin is just, I think it's a Latin word that just means that I'm the owner. That to own, I think, is what seisin means, is that I state that I am the owner of the property. So the covenant of seisin promises that I'm the grantor. I promise you I'm the owner of this property. So that's a thing. That's a big deal with that. a covenant against encumbrances. So we talked previously in a different webinar just recently about encumbrances. And an encumbrance is that thing that doesn't provide ownership, but does provide some control. So we want to pay attention to that. So what we're saying here is that the grantor promises that there aren't any encumbrances. There's nothing that's out there that's going to have any control, or at least none that you don't know about. There's also covenant of further assurances that essentially says that as the grantor, I will sign any documents that are necessary to clear this up for you. If there's any problem, because of further assurances, I will sign any documents, any necessary paperwork to clean this up for you. So that's a big deal. Covenant of quiet enjoyment, the fourth one. Quiet enjoyment says that no third-party individual or entity of any sort will bother you. Quiet enjoyment means you're not going to be bothered. So what they're saying here is that there's no third party that's out there that's going to bug you. If they will, I'll tell them to be quiet and leave you alone. The fifth one is covenant of warranty forever. And warranty forever is basically the financial component of this, where the grantor says, if there's a problem and that has to be taken care of, I will financially manage it for you. I will take care of it for you. You don't have to worry about it. So that general warranty deed contains those 5 covenants, and they are all huge. That's what makes it the most protective and best deed that you can get. The second type of deed that we get into is called a special warranty deed. And again, Daily, I just saw you ask the third one is the covenant of further assurances. That's where further assurances is where the grantor says that I will execute any documents necessary to clean this up for you. So that's what covenant of further assurances is. The special warranty deed is the middle grade of the 3 deeds that we're going to talk about. So again, the first one was this general warranty. This second one is a special warranty deed. Special warranty deeds are very commonly used when non-human entities are involved. So basically businesses, banks, things like that. If you're transferring a property, or if you bought a property at an auction, if you bought it at a sheriff's sale, a tax sale, something like that, you'll have some form, most likely, of a special warranty deed. Now, again, they'll all have different names, but they all effectively have the same process or thought behind it. And that is simply this concept, that a special warranty deed promises most of what that general warranty deed covered, except the special warranty deed only covers those things during the time period in which the grantor had the property. And I want to make that distinction because I did not make that clear with the general warranty deed. The general warranty deed says all those 5 covenants that we just went through, and it covers it for back in history for as far back as is necessary. So it goes back to, multiple owners. Maybe there's been 5 owners of this property, and as a general warranty deed transferor, as the grantor using that, I promise that none of those people bothered you. That's where that covenant of quiet enjoyment comes in, that says that no third party, so no previous owner, nobody else is going to bug you with this. Special warranty deed says, basically eliminates that. It says that if anything happened while they owned it, I'll take care of it. So again, think of it that I always use this example in class. Imagine that that you're buying a home that went through foreclosure. So it's some sort of a bank sale, a foreclosure type of auction sale, something like that. And you're buying this home, and you're going to get it from the bank. Well, how long does that bank own the property? Maybe 30 days, 60 days, something like that. And they give you some form of a bank special warranty type of deed. What that is saying that as long as the bank owned it, so all those 30 or 60 days or whatever it was, if anything happened during that time period, the bank will clear it up. They will take care of those issues for you, but they do not promise it for infinity or back in time beyond their ownership. So their promises are, we'll take care of it, but only if the things that are bad that are affecting you as the grantee, if they happen while the grantor was the owner. Anything happened prior to their ownership, they do not covenant against it. They do not protect against it. So obviously that can open up some issues and some liability. So the special warranty deed does at least have some protection, but the protection was only for the time that the grantor owned it. And if it were 30 days, you're only getting 30 days of protection. Now, if the owner has had it for the past 10, 15, 20 years, then you get 10, 15, 20 years of coverage because that's how long the owner had it. But in a lot of these situations, it is tied to the owner, and the owner hasn't had it for that long. So it's just something to be aware of. The third and final type of deed that we get into tonight in this section is the quitclaim deed. And I want to be real clear on that when I say it, because some people say it wrong, and I've even seen a question or two on occasion that try to trip you up. This is not a quick. It is not Q-U-I-C. I'm sorry, I just spelled it wrong. Q-U-I-C-K, quick. It is not a quick claim deed. It is a quit, Q-U-I-T, quit claim deed. And the way I like to think about it, the way I try to remember that, is that the quit claim deed basically says that I am quitting. I'm the grantor. I own it. I am quitting my interest in this property. Whatever it is, I am quitting it. I'm leaving it. It's no longer mine. I'm giving it to you, grantee. So that's the way I always remember how to spell it and what this means, because a quit claim deed is the grantor saying, I'm out. I'm done. Whatever I had is yours. Now, the quitclaim deed is the least protective. I say it's the worst deed that you can get. All three of these deeds do the same thing. They all transfer property. So it's not that they're different in that way. They all do the same thing of transferring property. Where they're different are the protections that are involved in the transfer of property. So with the quitclaim deed, you get the least. In fact, you don't get any promises. The only promise that you get, well, I guess I say you get two promises. One is that anything that the grantor has, you get. You being the grantee. So if I give you a quitclaim deed to my property, you get everything that I have because I quit it. I'm quitting it. I'm out of this. You get it, grantee. So whatever it is, you have all of it. But I'm not making any warranty of what I do own. The second thing that it includes is that it says that I didn't lie to you or trick you in what I have. So the example I like to use in my class is that, in the classroom that we operate out of, I am a tenant in that space. So I don't own the building. And I tease my students, I'll sell you this building for $100. I will give anybody a quitclaim deed to that building for $100. So if somebody is foolish enough to give me a $100 bill, I will fill out a quitclaim deed, and it will all be legal. There's nothing wrong with that because I didn't trick them. I didn't make a claim. I didn't say, hey, I am the owner of the property. I didn't make any claim at all. All I'm saying is that whatever I have, if anything, is all yours. In the case of the building, I have absolutely nothing. So I'm quitting. I'm leaving everything that I have, and you get. So I have zero. Guess what you get? You get everything that I have, which is zero. You get nothing. But if I did own the building, if it was all mine and there was nothing else that was involved in it, then you get the building. So you get the building in that case. You get whatever I own, but I'm not making any warranties. I'm not making any promises that it's mine, what that might be or whatever. And again, the other piece is that I can't lie to you about my ownership. I can't trick you to think that I do own it, but I don't have to prove that I'm the owner. So again, these are very, very, can cause all kinds of issues. We use these quitclaim deeds very often, though, in the real estate industry. And most of the time we do this just to clear up some small clerical errors. For example, my name is Brian with an I. That's the only way that you can spell Brian. Anybody else that's out there that's spelling it with a Y, you're spelling it wrong. Okay, I'm just saying. But every once in a while, I'll have somebody spell my name Brian or with a Y, and sometimes they'll even spell it B-R-A-I-N. I hate when that happens. I mean, it's just like, really, again, guys, come on. I mean, I know that I'm a very smart guy, but you don't have to talk about my brain all the time. Like, come on. But the point is that maybe they misspelled my name. So it's obviously me, but the name is spelled wrong. So they might fill out a quitclaim deed to clear up that kind of an issue. We call that kind of an issue a cloud on the title. Basically, it's nothing that's really going to stop anything from happening, but we just need to fix it. We need to make sure that the names are spelled right, that there's no issue with that. We use quitclaim deeds too when marriage happens, when divorce happens. Ladies, when you get married, maybe you change your name, your last name, so we'll do it for that. If you get divorced, you might want to change your name back to your maiden name, so you change it for that. So the quitclaim deed is used to clear up those clouds on the title, the small little annoyance things that happen. They're not for major things. So those are your main types of deeds. So let's work through a couple questions real quick to see if you can work through this. So the first question that comes up is, what kind of deed are you issued after a bank sale? What kind of a deed do you get after a bank sale? Remember that a bank sale is that non-human entity. So a non-human entity, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, it's not general warranty deed, because only a human being can execute a general warranty deed. A corporation, a business, a bank cannot do a general warranty deed. So the other options, I guess, are B, the special warranty deed, C, deed in lieu, or D, quitclaim deed. It looks like a lot of you are getting it right there. I would agree with you. That is a special warranty deed. So again, remember that any kind of a bank transfer, a business transfer, anything like that, it will not be a special warranty deed. It could be a quitclaim deed, but probably not. Deed in lieu, for whatever it's worth, is a bankruptcy thing. It's a foreclosure thing that we'll get into in a whole other chapter, a whole other subject of discussion. So deed in lieu is not even it's related, but it's not even not even the same. So anyway, the answer is obviously a special warranty deed. So the next question that we get, in theory, which of the following types of deeds gives a property the most protection against problems that may arise with the title? So which of the following would give the most protection? The best deed is really what they're asking for here. So we have A, quitclaim deed, B, bargain and sale, C, special warranty, or D, general warranty. What do you think? I'm going to go ahead and throw out B here for you. Bargain and sale is not it. That is a type of deed. You may see that on the test, so it is a real thing. We don't use it very often. Sheriff's offices use them. A lot of people will use a bargain and sale deed, so it is a thing, but we just don't see it that often. The quitclaim, special warranty, and general warranty are the ones. But I'm seeing all of you getting the right answer. That's exactly right. It is the general warranty deed provides the most protection. Again, it's not all the protections. It's not ultimate 100% ironclad, but at the end of the day, it's the best you're going to get with regard to protection. Let's check out the next question. Let's get a little bit more deeper into this. Lois gave Mark a deed with no express or implied warranties at all. This deed was most likely what? The answers are A, general warranty deed, B, special warranty deed, C, bargain and sale deed, D, quitclaim deed. So same four types of deeds we've been talking about, but what is the one that provides the least protection? Has no warranties or anything like that? Yep, I'm seeing it. You guys are getting it. Sorry, Ashley, your Wi-Fi stinks. You said sucks, but I was going to say stinks, just in case somebody's listening. I could say it's the other S word, but, hey, this is family-friendly show. Sorry. Yes, you are all getting it correct. That's right. The answer is D. A quitclaim deed is the one that has the no express or implied warranties at all. Last question that we have. See if we can put this together. So we talked about the general warranty deed. We talked about the covenant. So let's see if you paid attention to these. A deed contains a guarantee that the grantor will compensate the grantee for any loss resulting from the title's failure in the future. This is an example of what type of covenant. So what was the covenant that we talked about that guaranteed the grantor will compensate, will pay money for any loss resulting in this? All of these are various covenants, but which was the one that dealt with the financial component of it? I see A up there. I'm liking that. B. I see a B. Oh, maybe not. Lori, what is B? Further assurance. Nope. Greg, you're getting it wrong too. Gosh, dang it. Listen to me. I'm just kidding. The answer, Daily Poke. Funny name. You got it right. It is warranty forever. Warranty forever is the compensation. Further assurance is we will execute documents to make this right. So further assurance is we're going to execute the documents to make it right. warranty forever is the promise of money that I will pay to make it right. If there's some financial loss to you as a result of this, they will compensate you for that. So the further assurance is actually in there. You're correct, but it's not for the compensation. The further assurance is we'll do the documents. Quiet enjoyment is basically the third party that nobody's going to bug you, and Sizen is the promise of ownership. So I don't think anybody was guessing C or D, but A and B. I'll be honest, I have to check it every once in a while too. I don't have a good way to think about it other than to think about a warranty. A way that you could think about it is that when you go buy a TV and you want to buy the extended warranty, you're paying money for it. So maybe that is it's a terrible analogy, but still maybe that's a way to think about it, is that a warranty forever. I'm paying for a warranty, and that's not what this is, but it's a good analogy because the warranty forever says I will pay to warrant this for you for forever. So in a way, it's like an insurance plan that you're paying for. So maybe associate warranty forever with that payment of warranty, and you're getting some money. So again, that helps. Great. So that, my friends, is it for the questions. That's it for this section. So those are the main types of deeds. And again, it's not to say that you won't see anything else. No promises on that. But if you stick with those things, those three primary deeds that we just talked about, and have the best, have a good idea of what that is, you'll be okay. Again, there's the general warranty deed, which is the best deed, has the 5 covenants of Sizen, of encumbrances, further assurance, quiet enjoyment, and warranty forever. That the special warranty deed is that thing that the grantor promises no problems for as long as they owned it, and also quite commonly used in non-human entity type of transactions. And then we have the quitclaim deed, which has no warranties at all, basically saying I'm quitting whatever my interest is. So that is it for this section. So we will see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the flip side, let's say. Take care. Have a legendary day.